Well, I'm not sure where it goes, but it goes somewhere, right?
Well, hello and welcome to the Bikepacking Dad's YouTube channel. We're on to episode 4 already, April. Thought it was going to bring some good weather with it. Not really, thanks Scotland. But yeah, it was warmer, that was the main thing. We still had rain, especially overnight, but it is what it is. It was warmer, I still had a great trip. The destination was Reservoir, out near Longford Acres in the Scottish borders. Lovely place. If you're ever up this neck of the woods, strongly suggest you go and visit it. Beautiful views, beautiful reservoir, good place for a little picnic. But yeah, I'm doing this intro after the trip. Usually I would give you some sort of video as I'm getting everything packed on the bike. But I thought I could tell you a few things to look forward to. So I've got a little list, things you're going to see through the video. First things first, I apologise. There's rain on the camera at some points. Couldn't do much about it. I've tried to keep it clean, but you know how it goes when you're out there in the middle of nowhere. So, little list of things to look forward to. We're going to start. I've written them down over here, so if you see me doing this, that's why. I saw some sheep getting herded. Sounds like nothing, but when you see it in action, that's a skill right there. Definitely very impressive to watch. I also came across a very weird trap, some sort of animal trap, which was completely legal, it turns out. There was a sign on it, and some of my friends replied to my Instagram video. So, yeah, take a look at that. It involved a crow and half a dead rabbit. Pretty weird. There's an interesting river crossing where I nearly fall in, so yeah, good there. 2 types of falls on this video. One fall is me completely stacking it going down a trail on my bike, and the other fall is a beautiful waterfall in the middle of nowhere. Only about, 15 miles from my house as the crow flies, but I'd never been there before. You've probably seen it. It's the cover art for this video. Beautiful place, so stick around to see the footage of when I pull up at that because it was pretty special. Other things to look forward to, me finding a shop and some food because I was absolutely starving at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I found a secret book hiding in some rocks up on the Moorland, which was pretty cool. I had like notes from all people who had walked up there and found it. So I might have put a little plug to the YouTube channel. So it'd be good if anyone watching this has found this video from that book, please put a comment down below because that's pretty awesome. Right, I'm going to shut up. I hope you enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel and you've not seen any of the other videos from my bikepacking year, links are down in the description as always, and there's loads of other videos on bikepacking. If you're returning, thanks for keeping on watching. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the video. I'm going to clear off. Let's get on the road. Okay, so we're on to the roads. As always, my route planning is spectacular, and I planned a route that was mostly uphill. At least it felt like that, and if you look at the little elevation profile on the top left of this map, you'll see that it was uphill for quite a long way. But it was worth it. It got me right up into the Moorland, some spectacular views, some things you don't see every day. Like I say, we're going to see the farmer herding his sheep. There's me having a snack. We're going to see a weird and wonderful little crow trap. I don't even know if that's what it's called. Probably not. But yeah, once we get up here, it got a bit tasty. And the highest point on the trip, which is coming up any point now, I believe, we found the little secret book that I put a note in. It was in that box there. But yeah, let's crack on with the video and see some of the sights that we saw on my way out.
Alrighty then, let's get stuck into it. I think every time I come to a bit like this when I planned a route, there's a little bit of me that's quite hesitant, but then the other little bit of me, you know, that kind of childish adventure bit, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Hiya. Loader this way. Aye. Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, just keep it there. So.
Nice one. What's the weather like your side?
Well, I've been going through drizzle all the way.
Yeah.
So just when you don't expect to see anybody, you meet somebody, and it turns out he was a super friendly guy. He was coming from the direction I was going, so of course I asked about the weather. Turns out it was still raining over there.
Oh well, have a good day.
Nice one, you too. Yeah, take care, see you in a bit, bye bye.
Okay, so first off-road section. I just bumped into a guy after I got through the fence there, lovely guy. He has come from the Lauder direction. He says it's about 6 miles, however, it's all over this kind of surface. So I'm hoping the bike's going to soak it up beautifully. But I tell you what, if the views and scenery stay like this, I don't care how long it takes. Now, it was really no joke, this terrain. It was very rocky, very bumpy, as you can see from the footage here, and lots of gates to cross through to keep all the animals in. But still, we battled through. The rain was trying its very best to come down, as you can see from the camera.
Here comes the rain.
I do wipe it clean now and again, but it was kind of relentless. But yeah, gate number 1 of about 300 on the outbound trip.
The terrain's actually not too bad, and I'm not going to go on for ages about how much I love my bike, but you can really tell when you've got a decent, well-spec'd, purpose-built gravel bike, it's made for this. Drop bars. Yes, I know some people don't like the Di2 gears, reliability, if you damage it, how are you getting home? I totally get that, but we're not going to get stuck into that. But I've got a good amount of gears, tyres are grippy, good clearance, mud guards on, comfortable place to be. Yeah, no complaints from me. My Pinnacle Arcos is doing very well indeed. So for the last half a mile or so, I've been riding through this tunnel of, I don't know what these are called, gorse bushes. Me and my trees and bushes and plants aren't very well acquainted, but still, it's been quite nice. Oh, we found a road. Okay then. Well, I was on the road. My route is taking me this way, which is fine. That smells amazing, by the way. It might sound weird, but if you've ever been near a pile of chopped down wood, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, now I'm sure I say this on every video. I reckon I can be no more than, what, 12, 15 miles from my house. You know, if you get off the beaten path, geez, though, it's just beautiful. Forget the weather, right? It's a little bit damp, but there's not many people riding their bike down here. Not many at all. Another gate, which I will close after me. Okay, there's a big sign here that says dangerous on it in red writing. Oh, here we go. Warning to the public. Motorsport can be dangerous. Despite the organisers taking all reasonable precautions, unavoidable accidents can happen. Please comply with instructions. Well, I can't hear anything. Is there an event on? Because if there is, nobody told me. Right, I'm going to risk it. Here we go.
So, despite what the big sign with dangerous written on it said, there was no motorsport going on. There was a motocross track that looked like it went around the outside of the field, but there was only me there, and I definitely wasn't going as fast as that.
Oh, he's bloody done it again, hasn't he? There's cows. I don't know if you remember the, was it episode 2? I think it was episode 2. We had a run-in with some cows and their little ones. It's a face-off. I think I might be blinking first. Let's get out of here quick.
So weirdly enough, this road that I came out on here is only a few miles from my house. But obviously I'd planned that lovely gravel field, cow-infested route on the way out. So yeah, didn't know I'd quite end up here. And I didn't know at the time, but this would probably be the longest stretch of road I would have on my journey. Because after this, we get onto some very interesting terrain.
Well, we had a lovely gravel road a minute ago. But now we're going to have a lovely, well, hard-packed muddy road, maybe. And stay on my bike. Beautiful. Oh wow, how deep's this? Oh no, we're okay. This could be an adventure. Could do with this smoothing out a bit. To be fair, I may have taken the wrong route.
There was no may about it. I'd gone the wrong way. I couldn't even follow my own trip computer instructions. So I turned around, and I think I was quite grateful because this wasn't the best surface. Well, I was glad I turned around because I found this beautiful winding woodland path. I think it was mainly for walkers and dog walkers and things like that, but it was just me and my bike. Crossed a few of these little bridges, and then I came to another little gate that led me onto probably the biggest climb of the day.
Well, to say there's been quite a lot of hills is an understatement, but this one is going to test the legs. Tell me about it. Even the sheep aren't sure I'm going to make it up.
This right here is the Southern Upland Way, which is quite a popular route in my neck of the woods. I'd quite like to cycle a little bit more of it, but if you don't know it, have a Google. It was from this point on, really. We went uphill a lot, and there's not a lot of road from now on. Not a lot at all. But what we do have are views.
Wow. And just like that, the tired legs were worth it. I need to spin around and show you this. Oh, I hope you can see it as well as I can. That is a view. I'm sure it would be better if the clouds and the mist weren't there, but listen to that as well. Nothing but the breeze and the birds. So, according to my computer, I've done 516 metres of climbing in just shy of 20 kilometres. Now, it's not a lot, but with a loaded bike on some surfaces like this, the legs are feeling it a bit. But it's okay though, because in this little bag right here, there might be a chocolate chip muffin waiting for me. So I'm going to get into that. So as great as it is to be out here in the middle of nowhere, it's a little bit sad to see all the trees cut down. I don't know much about stuff like this, to be honest. Maybe it's all part of a bigger plan and hopefully they all get replanted and stuff like that, but I'm sure it would be nice to ride through here in the shade rather than past yellow containers and old oil drums.
So a few people have asked me about my bags and what they look like while they're on the bike and things like that. I've got reviews for all of them on my channel, so check them out, but as you can see here, they sit pretty snug as long as you fit them properly.
Oh, here we go. How does it go?
Well, there I was, loving life, bombing down the hill. Yeah, it was great fun, I'd earned it, but it all came to quite a sudden stop.
Yeah, so my route goes that way. Yep. So I had a quick look at the map. I do drop down to a trail down here. So I'm going to try go down here. I can already see there's a tree blocking my way. So this is going to be interesting. And you know, if I can't get down here, this is really, really steep. And I do not want to come back up it. Well, we are really, oh, down there. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna ride that. Okay, so the route that I had planned was completely blocked by fallen trees. So looking at the map, I found a little kind of cut through, which brought me down this very steep grass track. However, the problem now is, let's have a look. Can we get this in shot? This bit here, geez oh, that's my trail. However, that there is a sheer drop. So I think it's time for some hiker bike people. Hiker bike it is. Right, I'm on the trail. I think this is the the right way? Yeah, I think so. Just for the record, I did not slip and fall on my ass at all. Not even once. Okay, maybe once. Well, there's a lot of Christmas trees out here. And... okay. Let me see if I can tilt this down. Can anybody see the crow trapped in a cage? Is this some countryside thing that I don't know anything about? I don't even know what to say. What the hell is that? Do I let it out? Is this a test? It's definitely some sort of trap, right? Let's have a look. Okay, so just, you know, as you are riding through the countryside, you find a crow trapped in a cage. Seems a bit harsh. There's also a dead animal in there. It was a big hare by the looks of it. Sorry if that's put you off your dinner. It's definitely some sort of trap. There's springs there, I guess. The 2 wooden stakes, if you put any weight on them and they fall, the trap closes, right?
So for people who are in the know, you're looking at this going, this guy's an idiot. He doesn't know what this is. And you're right, I didn't know. But some friends replied to my Instagram story. This is a completely legal trap. So I left it alone.
Now, I think you are meant to be in there anyway, right? Little vacation, is it? That's what I thought. Now, what's beyond this gate and how deep is this river? Right, here we go. Let's try and stay on the bike, eh? Nope, I've made a terrible mistake. It is significantly deeper than I thought. And I am very, very glad I've still got my winter waterproof boots on because we just put our foot in it. We might have to just put our whole foot in it here. Unless, you see there, might be shallower. Let's go and have a look.
Well, here we have a classic case of the video not really showing how tough this was. You know when you hear a video of yourself back and you're like, I don't sound like that. Well, this is a video of me where it was definitely trickier to get across this than what looks like the 1 foot gap that I step across right there. But anyway, we made it across, had a mini celebration, no wet feet.
So I said it a minute ago, but I have been in the water, as you can see. These Northwave, what are they called? Raptor Arctic GTX boots. Gore-Tex, fully waterproof. My feet are still bone dry and warm, so I'll put a link to these because if you want some winter boots, these are the ones right here. Look at them. Yeah, okay, the cuff looks a bit silly. I've got my own gripe with that, but my feet are dry and I was just in the river, so great boots. Right, let's get back on the bike. Let's be turning the camera around to try and show you because you wouldn't be able to see, but there's a farmer up in the hill with his 2 dogs and I can hear him shouting all the commands to command them. Oh, screw it, let's turn around, let's have a look. Right. Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see up there through the trees. Right. Oh.
I stood here for quite a while. I kind of wanted the sheep to pop out from behind the trees so you could see what was going on. And we just had to wait a little bit before I got exactly that. But I think you can hear the commands being shouted, which is pretty impressive that the GoPro's picked that up at that distance. But yeah, it was quite something to watch.
Amazing. So remember the little river that I didn't nearly fall in? That's it down there. That's quite a bit of climbing we've done. I think I got out at the right time because the man has herded his sheep successfully and they're currently all legging it along that road. Well played, that guy. For now, I'm going to be legging it slightly slower up this road. A little bit colder up here for sure, but then it's more exposed, right?
So this is pretty much when we reached the Moorland, and it went on for many, many miles, as you will see. But I'll not bore you with it all. I'll show you the fun bits, like the secret book.
Okay, I'm not ashamed to admit it. Might have just fell on my ass again. However, I landed on the very soft, heathery stuff, so that's fine. This is quite technical. I'm trying to stay out of the grooves, which isn't always easy because they're very slippy.
Well, this is definitely the trickiest bit of my route so far. I love planning these routes. I do it on Komoot. I'll put a little link if you don't use it, and I'll also put a little link to an article I did on how to plan routes, because it can be a little bit tricky when you start. But yes, it's a trail. It's pretty tricky, but if you like adventure, right? Look at this. Look at it. It's just me and lots of moorland. It's beautiful. Like, why wouldn't you want to get out here? But for now, I'm going to keep on going that way. No idea how long for. I can see that the wall goes for, I want to say like at least 2-3 miles that the eye can see. So we'll go and see what it's like.
Whoa, a couple of big old geese there. Sorry for all that noise, guys, jeez.
Well, thankfully, I came across a nice fresh water source, running water, in the middle of the moorland. Yeah, I used my Sawyer water filtration bag to fill up both of my water bottles. To be fair, the water was super clear. Probably could have just drank it as it was, but I wasn't risking getting a dodgy stomach whilst I was out camping that night. So yeah, filtered it all through. Doesn't take too long, it takes a few minutes, but better safe than sorry. I'll put a link to the water filter bag in the description, and I've also done a review on it should you be interested. So yeah, check it out. But great bit of kit, weighs next to nothing, and if worst comes to worst, probably life-saving.
Let's gee, does this look safe? Am I gonna just ride straight across it? Of course I am. Here we go. Whew! That could have been tasty, right? Watch out, little one. I'm coming through. There you go. Thank you, waterproof shoes.
And then the world kind of changed, which sounds a bit weird, but we got a really kind of quite thick fog. I couldn't see too far ahead. I was on a track that I had no idea where it went, and I was steadily climbing uphill, but it was worth it.
And out of nowhere, we have what looks like a castle. Is it just another empty barn, or is it made from stone? Jeez, though. There's a few of them. There's one over there. Wow. Out of the mist. This, I'm pretty sure, means I'm at the top. Another well-built pile of stones here. Holy shit, you can get inside. Oh, well, we've got to go for a look.
Let's see what we've got. I don't think I'm getting in there. I don't think it's an entrance, but oh, look, some stairs. No, it's more like a cubby hole and an entrance. Let's go up these steps. Jeez, oh, they're slippy in the old cycling shoes. Walking like Bambi over here. There's a little case. Right, let's have a look. Let's take a seat. Ah, okay. Twin laws. This is what you get for getting off the beaten path, right? Well, this is great. I think let's take a quick look at the book. Okay, I hope you can hear me. It says, "Hi, please add your comments in the book and phone me when it's full, thank you." There's a phone number here. It's a local number. It looks like a Stow number or Lauder. No, these books used to be maintained by Paula Jackson of Gullen Walking Group, but now no longer. P.S. Please don't take the plastic bags as they help keep the book waterproof. That's fair enough. what's the date? Oh, someone else has been here today. 29th of the 4th, Carol Newman. From Abbey St Bathans to Twinlaw. Moody, misty day, very atmospheric. I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Carol. Well, this was a lovely little find, and not something I've had on any of the bikepacking trips. Like I said earlier on, this is the Southern Upland Way, so it is quite a popular route, and it was nice that someone else had been there earlier on in the day in these very misty and a little bit eerie conditions, if I'm being honest. It took me a lot longer to write, as you can see from my death grip on the pen, because it was pretty cold up the top, and yeah, probably not the neatest writing I've ever done anyway, but we got there. Okay, there we go. Little comment in. Obviously I've put a little plug for the channel, be rude not to, right? I've gone with Jack on my monthly bikepacking trip. Started in Galashiels, very misty, very peaceful. Nice to find this book though. I make little videos of my bikepacking trips. Feel free to check them out on YouTube at the Bikepacking Dad. Just can't help myself. Still though, it's getting pretty cold now, and I should probably get on my way. But this was a really nice little find. You don't get that if you don't go on an adventure, do you?
I need to start keeping my eyes out now for somewhere to put the tent up, with a little bit of shelter, but with a nice view of the water.
Well, it all sounded beautiful in my head, and it looked pretty easy to do when I was planning this route, but trying to find anywhere to camp by this water was nigh on impossible. The ground was super rough, super bumpy. It definitely wasn't flat, so I had no choice but to do a little hike a bike section back to the road, and I headed back up the hill. If it's not flat and you can't do it, you got to find somewhere else. So earlier on I had to cross a bridge that looked a bit dodgy, but it was fine. However, I've seen better looking bridges. So, not as I intended. The water is about 1 kilometre this way. You can see it down there. However, no flat ground anywhere, basically. Nowhere suitable to camp. So, I cycled up the hill. Yeah, I've still got a view of it, but it's not the same. But I'm behind this lovely wall. It's quite windy, so that's going to protect me from getting absolutely battered by the wind all night. And I found a lovely bit of flat ground. There's a big old bench, so I've got somewhere to sit and enjoy the evening if the weather perks up. So yeah, hell of a day on the bike. Route planning, was it good, was it bad? I want to say good. I saw some good things. The route planning for the last 2 kilometres, where I've done a lot of walking, not so good, but you live and you learn. I'm here now, let's get camp set up, let's get some food. Well, I found a spot at the top of the hill. You can see the water down there. I was going to say next to the main road, but it's the main road because it's the only road, but it's a very quiet road. I think I've had 1 car pass in the past half an hour while I've been setting up camp. But pretty stoked about this bench to cook my dinner on. I can store some of my stuff under here tonight, keep it out of the rain. I don't think it's going to rain, to be honest. But however, the most important thing I need to show you right now is, as promised, the new sliders with the socks on. Oh yeah. Well, it's time for some food. A cheeky Matterson smoked sausage on the go here. Matterson smoked sausage with a hint of chilli. So I'm looking forward to that. It looks like that water is boiling. Yes, it is. We can get that off. And tonight we've gone for pasta bolognese. So I'm going to fill this up, give it a mix around, and then I'm going to put my sausage in. I don't know, I'm sure you've used some of these if anyone's watching this. If you've got this far in and you go bikepacking, you've probably had a dehydrated meal. I always put a little bit more water in than it recommends, because otherwise I find they're a little bit dry. Plus I'm adding some sausage in as well, so I want it to soak up all those flavours. It says line 10. I'm going to go with 12, I think. Yeah. That'll do. But yeah, the ride up the hill, I'm not as close, like I say, I'm not as close to the water as I would have liked to have been. But you can't have it all. There was no flat ground. I wasn't willing to have a
miserable night's sleep, just for the sake of being close to the water. So water bottles are filled up. I've got enough food for, well, I've got enough water, sorry, for tonight, and a nice little brew in the morning. So yeah, got some homemade porridge for the morning as well. I've gone with like dried cranberries, apricots, some sultanas, pinch of sugar and some cinnamon. So yeah, that's going to be pretty tasty. I'm not sure if I'll fit all this in here. I might have to save a few bites to have extra. But yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a pretty tough day, I won't lie. The last 10 kilometers were really quite tough. But it's all worth it now. I'm here. I've got some new clothing on. I'll not go into it too much detail just now, but I bought some nice merino wool base layers from Alpkit, and I mean, they're super warm. Like, I know I'm blocked from the wind here and I've got my jacket on, but I'm really cozy. So yeah, more great kit. I'll maybe throw some links in the description if anyone's keen. But for now, I'm going to seal this up, put it inside. If anyone's got a Rab jacket, by the way, the pockets inside these jackets are pretty much made for the dehydrated meal pouches. They're exactly the right size, so it keeps your food warm and it keeps you warm. Right, while I struggle to close this, there we go. I'm going to clear off and eat my dinner. But I'll catch up with you all in a little bit.
So, I cursed it. You remember a few minutes ago when I said it wasn't going to rain? That was about 4 AM, and a few hours later, I woke up to this bird.
Oh, well, good morning. Had a good night's kip. It was pretty warm. I think this is the first trip this year where I've not been that cold in the tent, which is good. I say cold, I've always had the gear to keep me warm, but it was quite a pleasant night, and I've got up this morning and it's definitely not cold. It's relatively mild, and I'm met with this misty view with the mini mountain poking up out of it. So yeah, it's what is it, 6 AM? Didn't hear, and that's a lie, I heard one car pass me last night. I only know that because it ran over the I can't even point at it. There you go, it ran over the cattle grid. But yeah, really peaceful. Woke up to the sound of the birds. You might be able to hear them. Lots of different birds. But yeah, another solid night out. Feeling, although I don't look it, feeling refreshed from a little break from normal life. So yeah, I'm gonna chill out for a little bit. I'm gonna make some breakfast and then we're gonna get back on the road again. It rained, by the way, but it's all right. It's gonna dry out now. Well, it's that time of day. It's time to get a cup of coffee. It's not cold, but it's not, super warm to be sitting out, so I'm still gonna need to get a little hot drink inside me. So let's get it on the go, because what choices we've got. I've not got any fancy coffee, so apologies. I've got some Nescafe sachets and I've got caramel and toffee nut, so I think I'm feeling caramel. So one thing I didn't mention yesterday, when I first got onto the Moorland and I said I had that little fall? Well, turns out I twisted my knee, and I probably should have mentioned it yesterday because the last few kilometres it was really sore, like I was struggling to even walk on it, but had a good night's sleep. I could feel it in the night, but I'm walking around okay this morning, so I'm going to commit to jumping on the bike. The route home I've checked is about 40 miles, so it's quite a long way if it starts playing up, but I don't want to have to call the boss lady at home and have her come and get me because it would ruin the adventure. But at the same time, I don't want to damage my knee. So we'll see how it goes this morning, and I'll keep you posted with it. But it's not as young as I used to be. Things don't heal up quite as quick. So no, I was definitely feeling it towards the end of the day yesterday, especially climbing up this hill. But hey, I'll get some porridge, a cup of coffee. I'll see if I can fix this knee right up. Well, as you can see, I've whipped the tent down and got the majority of things packed up, and now I've got the old homemade porridge on the boil here. Like I say, cinnamon, sugar, raisins, dried cranberries, dried apricots, quite looking forward to it, to be honest. But yeah, really peaceful morning. The farmer's passed me a couple of times on his quad bike now. No word of a lie, my bum was out as I was changing back into my boob shorts as he passed the first time, so his timing was on point. But hey, it is what it is. Might have brightened his day right up. Right, anyway, I'm gonna get stuck into this porridge, then I've got to pack all this back onto this mean machine, and then we're out of here. So, see you in a little while. Well, just like that, all packed up. Good to go. I say it every single time, but classic leave no trace principles, right? The only sign I've been here is where I was sleeping, just there. But apart from that, no rubbish left behind. Everything's on and strapped to the bike. I always carry like a little, just a tiny roll top dry bag to put all my rubbish in, and then I can just, well, I'll show you. Basically, all of my rubbish gets put into this little thing here, because then I can just hook it through anything, basically. First bin I come to, I can launch it all out and save a bit of weight if I need to. But yeah, bike's good to go. I'm good to go. I'm full of food. I've got a coffee inside me. The rain is holding off, even though the forecast says it's supposed to. So, about 40 miles home. Let's get on the road. Well, we're off. Another nice night out. Straight into a descent. I can live with this. Morning. Well, they weren't very friendly. Oh, let's see if this guy's any friendlier. I'm gonna go for the wave. Wow. Well, he waved, but he didn't look very happy about it. Still, he waved. It's quite a reception. So I thought I was going to follow this road for a few miles and head into that town, but apparently I'm turning off. And if I had to guess, it's going to be that tree line somewhere.
Well, it didn't take me long to get off-road again. I still had a good 35 miles to go, but here we are, through another field. But it was all good. I was about to bump into my old nemesis.
So I've made a new friend who's not tried to eat my gloves this time. He's not quite sure about me. She's not quite sure about me. I should probably be able to tell that, right? Having a quick nosy. You want to say hello? But every time I go to give her a little stroke, she runs away. Don't you? But still. Nice little encounter early morning. Her friends ain't so fussed though. No. Right, I'm still on the hunt for water, so you know where there's any water? Okay. That way, I think she said. I'm on a road again. I'm not on a road again.
Well, I thought I'd done all the Moorland yesterday, but I was clearly wrong. However, this surface wasn't too bad, and I could see where I was going for miles and miles and miles. But it happened to be uphill. Well, here it is, on camera, obviously. Had a little fall. I tried to stay on the middle because the ruts were quite deep, but the surface on the top was so loose that it basically just washed away from beneath me.
Oh well.
But these things happen. I picked myself up, did a little quick check over of myself first of all, no injuries thankfully. Little check of the bike, put the front mudguard back in place, and we were on our way. Got away with it.
My local knowledge tells me that there's a little village down here, and I know 100% it has a shop / post office. It's Sunday morning though, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's open, because in my head so far I've got a ball of full fat Coke, a couple of chocolate bars, some sort of pasty maybe. Wouldn't it be great if they did, you know, like a local, you know, these little local post offices where they make their own pasties? Oh, sign me up. Come on, shop. The rain's just set on as well. You know, you get that feeling, you're like, I need this. Go on. Come on. Oh, it's open.
So the shop was open. Absolute win. I needed it. The kind lady filled up my water bottle. I poured a bottle of Dr. Pepper into my second water bottle. I bought a 4-pack of Boost chocolate bars and a hot Cornish pasty, so pretty happy with myself right now. Still got quite a way to go though, so I'm gonna eat some grub and get on the road.
So I have cycled this road a few times, but never from this direction. But up there behind the houses, you can see Hume Castle, an actual castle. So obviously, because it's a castle, it's on top of a hill. Even my limited history and geography knowledge knows that's how it works. So let's battle our way up this hill, go and have a look at the castle. I was just thinking though, on my way up the hill as I cycle past these houses, you get to say that you live next to a castle. Or you know if someone's trying to find your house. Like, oh, I live in Hume. Oh great, yeah, I know where Hume is. Whereabouts you live? Well, you know where the castle is. Just next door to that. That's pretty cool. And here we go. Hume Castle. Nice. Well, I've had to take a detour because there was lots of cows in my way. And my detour is now telling me to take this right here. Make sure there's nothing behind me. Are you joking? There's just no way. I ain't going through there. There's hundreds of them. Oh, they're coming over as well. I had to take one detour because the field was full of cows and I couldn't get through the gate. I can get through this gate, but there's no danger. I'm not going in there. Look at the size of them. Gonna have to find another way. I don't know if they're coming over to be friendly or this is like a, what are you doing on our turf? Ha, turf, forget it. Man, I'm funny. So apparently I'm going right. Okay. Oh wow. Look at this. Ah, Scotland, you're winning. I can hear what sounds like a lot of water. Oh wow. Look at this. Oh, what is this place? You little beauty. Well, get a look at that. So the price I'm paying for discovering that beautiful waterfall is this hill. I don't know what the gradient is, but tough to walk up, never mind ride up. Well, I tell you what though, I think it's time for the... Oh, I've got like maybe a mouthful of Dr. Pepper left. I love that how when you're tired and fatigued, things you've had hundreds of times in your life taste the best they've ever tasted. The best. When you're tired, you can have the same food you've been eating for years, but I promise you that bite when you're on the bike, oh, the best version of it ever. Well, I'm nearly home. I've got about 4 miles left, I think, something like that. Maybe a little bit longer. But it's been a hell of a weekend. Lovely camping spot, a hell of a route out. Pretty technical at times. Yes, I fell off twice. But yeah, enjoyable all the same. The way back in's been nice. The cherry on top was the waterfall. Beautiful location. Like I say, I'll be going back there in the summer, hopefully. Get a little dip. Speedos, obviously. I ain't cool enough for swimming shorts. But yeah, no, another great trip. I'll give you a little update when I get home back to the garage and I've got everything hung out to dry as usual. But yeah, if you've made it this far, cheers for watching, I appreciate it. The support doesn't go unnoticed. I just hope I keep putting out decent content that you enjoy. If you think there's anything I could do a bit better, or certain things you'd like to see, fire into the comments and let me know. But yeah, right, I'll clear off until I get home to the garage. Cheers again.
So I'm home again. Welcome back to the organised chaos that is my garage. Yeah, tents, inner and outer, sleeping bag, and also my sleeping mat. All put out to dry because it rained last night. So better safe than sorry, for the sake of an extra 10 minutes work and keeping my gear nice and clean. But yeah, another great trip. Hope you've enjoyed it. Some interesting moments with some animals and a lot of off-road terrain yesterday. But it's been great. April in the books. The weather is definitely getting better. By far my warmest and most comfortable night out last night. So yeah, onwards and upwards. Cheers for watching. Like I say, if you've enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment, say hi. And yeah, if you've not already subscribed, please do. I'm on that road to 1,000 and it'd be lovely to get there. So yeah, I'll catch you all next time. Cheers.